Hey kiddies, it's Triple Feature Tuesday once again, and this week we're looking at the Ideal Cement Factory Triple Feature. The Ideal Cement Factory, located in Castle Hayne, North Carolina, was opened back in the 1960s, but closed somewhere around 1982, supposedly because of the downturn in construction and real estate development. So, you have this gigantic, disused factory just sitting there in North Carolina. Of what possible use could it be? That's exactly right. Use it as the lair slash hideout of supervillains in three early 90s films that, in my eyes, are all beloved. Even the third one. A ridiculous setting that, credit to the production designers, I never would have realized that it was actually the same location in all three different movies that we're going to take a look at. But, thank God for the IMDb. In order of increasing ridiculousness of the film, our menu is going to include The Crow, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Super Mario Bros. In Alex Proyas's The Crow, the Ideal Cement Factory serves as the all-purpose building for Michael Wincott's top dollar. It is at different points in the film his apartment slash living quarters, the place where he conducts business with all of his goons and gang members, and of course, a goth industrial music club, because 90s. This one, I couldn't believe, or it was surprising that this is actually all one location, because the way it's shot, it could easily have just been like three different places spliced together. They all look, of a type, but again, it's the bad guy's lair, so it's going to be all kind of, vaguely menacing. I was pleasantly surprised to find that it is all just one location that looks ridiculous. And, in retrospect, what else could it be but a factory? But we get to see it a lot. Again, we get to see the living quarters, which appears to be just kind of crazy loft-style housing, and then, just evil gangland lair, which, presumably is an apartment above the club, but you don't get I wouldn't have gotten the sense that it was a gigantic evil factory, which it is, which is why my life after the Thrill Kill cult is playing like the big evil After the Flesh song, while Eric Draven is shooting up everybody trying to get to Skank at the end. It feels really grimy and evil and wonderful. And yet at the same time, it can be kind of, dressed up to be sort of inviting, as it is in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where the cement factory serves as the foot lair. It's kind of an adorable little shot where you see Danny and some other probationary Foot Clan hooligan scooting under the fence and going into this factory, which is in a completely separate location because, clearly it's not an island. And all of a sudden, you're in this place, the Foot Lair, Shredder's place of power, which serves three very different functions, once again, much like with in The Crow. In one place, it is the way station for all of the stolen goods that the Foot is collecting throughout the film. It's also a training area where, kids that have been wooed over by the Shredder are being trained to become full-fledged members of the Foot Clan. But the largest section of it appears to be kind of this Lost Boys-esque Chuck E. Cheese on steroids area where kids can just have fun, because that's how you hook them young, with the video games and the poker and the skateboard park thing that runs like maybe 3 stories tall. The thing was just amazing as a kid. I wanted to go there. It would have been bad because I probably wouldn't have made it a good ninja and all, but I believe that under the gentle tutelage of Master Tatsu and the kind words of encouragement from the Shredder, maybe I could have reached my full potential as a scumbag. But it's not until Shredder makes his first appearance, presents the newly full-fledged Foot member with his mask, that you really get a sense of how big the place actually is, because they've got something like 4 or 5 different levels of ledges that everybody is hanging out on, and credit where credit's due, between just the physical performance of James Saito as the Shredder, and I don't know who is dubbing him over. I know that Tatsu and James Saito, who I believe they're both. I know Saito is American. I wouldn't be surprised if the actor that played Tatsu is American as well. They're dubbed over by these voice actors, which is crazy because James Saito speaks perfect English. You can actually see him on current season 2 of Altered Carbon. He is the Oyabun, the high-level Yakuza boss that Takeshi Kovacs seeks out. He just commands everybody's attention. I mean, it doesn't hurt that you're covered, head to toe in just knives and being scary, but, everybody in this gigantic area is just focused on him. It helps that he's in this area that just looks like, in this factory that just screams out, evil and scary and bad. And then there's Super Mario Brothers. The Super Mario Brothers film is a hill that I have died on many times because I think it's actually a pretty good movie. I understand all of your complaints, and on some levels, I agree with them. But at the end of the day, it's a goofy Alice in Wonderland film based on an equally goofy video game, and if that's what you're going into expecting, you are not going to be disappointed by what you get. And you also get John Leguizamo, Bob Hoskins, Samantha Mathis, and Dennis Hopper, and also Fiona Shaw of Killing Eve fame. In just this insane location, the Mushroom Kingdom, which features Dino Hatton, the location of King Koopa's evil city, and which is, once again, the ideal cement factory. Now, I would have assumed that this was, an exterior set on a lot, but it's actually the ideal cement factory, once again. This thing is like 7 or 8 stories tall, and the production designer is incredible because it looks like it's outside. I mean, it's very dark and grimy and evil, but it looks like an outdoor location, like this insane city street that, we keep ending up on because, you can only afford so much Dino Hatton for a movie like this. I mean, it looks like something out of Blade Runner or some sort of post-apocalyptic cyberpunk craziness, which, God help me, I just love. Like, that movie, it's goofy as shit, but it's so much fun. Like, they work in so many things from the Super Mario Brothers. I mean, no, they don't look like turtles or lizards or little mutant mushroom people. But at the same time, they have a desert location, underground locations, street locations, Koopa Castle locations, firepower, those boots that I was obsessed with, bullet bills, bombs, mushrooms everywhere. Super Mario Brothers. The movie's fun. All of these movies are fun. Except for The Crow, which is just tragic and then really tragic. But all of them feature the ideal cement factory, dressed up in different styles and used basically to show something that could be on planet Earth, but probably shouldn't be on planet Earth, and it's just a lot of fun for me. So I probably have to make some sort of pilgrimage to this place since it's featured in so many of my favorite films at this point. So maybe I'll post pictures of that at some point. In the meantime, I'll see you guys next week.